Welcome to the Maal Report. This is Jamaal, Corley. I appreciate your time today, being able to shop around with me at the mall as you dive into my perspective and my hot takes on what's going on in the sports world. Here the takes are strong, but I won't keep you too long, so let's just get straight to it. I'm gonna keep that in there.
Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Maal.
This is a big weekend as we're in the divisional round of the playoffs. We have 4 games this weekend, including the Packers with the Rams, the Ravens and the Bills, the Browns and the Chiefs, and finally, the GOAT versus the GOAT. Tom Brady and the Bucs go on to New Orleans to take on Drew Brees and the Saints. So let's talk about the game tonight. Prime time, Bills versus Ravens. Josh Allen, highly sought after in college at Wyoming, was taken number 7, and Lamar Jackson, a Heisman winner from Louisville, had to go all the way to the last pick at number 32. Nevertheless, both these quarterbacks picked up their first playoff wins last week. The Baltimore Ravens are going to come into Buffalo and try to stop that high-power offense from Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs leads the league in receptions and receiving yards. That offense is very explosive and can take off at any moment. Interesting enough here, I think the edge will go to Baltimore because Lamar Jackson is now playing in what's going to be his 4th playoff game. This is only Josh Allen's 2nd. Another piece of the game is crucial to watch is the running game is very vulnerable for the Bills to stop. They rank 20th against stopping the run, where Baltimore's offense is number 1 in the league when it comes to rushing. And that's why I'm taking the Ravens to come out with this win 29-26. Now, tomorrow, big game at 3 o'clock on CBS. Kansas City Chiefs will be hosting the red-hot Cleveland Browns. As we all seen last week, the Browns went on the road and did the unthinkable. They put up 40-plus points on the Pittsburgh Steelers at their house. Didn't have their head coach Kevin Stefanski by. He was out due to COVID, but now he'll be back on the sideline to lead the troops this week. This is a crucial part of this game. Kansas City last year in every playoff game, including the Super Bowl, they were down double digits at one point, but still came back to rally and win respectively by double-digit points. Well, check this stat out. The Cleveland Browns are 10-0 this year when they lead at the half. That's right. Check the schedule. Every game this year where they're up at halftime, they win that game. So if the Browns can come out and even get a first-half lead, you'd like to think that puts them in a good position to knock off the champs, but not necessarily. The Chiefs are a second-half team. They remind me of the Warriors a couple years ago. You never can count them out even when they're down double digits because right like that in a flash, they could be up. So the Browns being able to click the way they've been with Baker Mayfield throwing the ball, the way that Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb have been rushing the ball, that could be a real deciding factor into how this game plays out. Should be exciting, although I got the Chiefs running away with this 33-24. And finally, our last game of divisional round this week will be the Bucs versus the Saints. The last time these teams faced, Week 9, where it was a smash session. The Saints came into Tampa and beat the Bucs easily, 38-3. Now, at that time, it was wide receiver Antonio Brown's first game with the Bucs, and he didn't have a performance to remember. But over the course of the last 4 games, he's accounted for 5 touchdowns. What does that mean? Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, they're hot right now. They're flaming it up. But on the other end of that, the Bucs defense is allowing less than 100 yards per game on the ground with rushing. I think if they're able to swallow up Alvin Kamara and make Drew Brees beat him, Tom Brady's going to play a different game this way. And if it's a blow for blow, goes down to the 4th quarter, I like the Bucs maybe being able to get that edge. On the flip side of it, this is truly where I think the Saints have an advantage. When Bucs wide receiver Mike Evans is guarded by Saints quarterback Lattimore, he has not been productive whatsoever. I want to make sure you understand what I'm about to say. He has 0 catches when Lattimore guards him. So if they're able to keep him as not a factor in the game, that's huge. The next point is this. Drew Brees at home. Remember, he had the crazy loss against the Rams where it was clearly pass interference, but it wasn't called. He had that heartbreaking overtime loss to the Vikings, another flag that wasn't thrown when they had lost in overtime. It's kind of hard for me to think now with another home game and at the magnitude of this game that the Saints will lose. You got Drew Brees, Hall of Famer, only quarterback to ever throw for 5,000 yards at least 4 times. You got Tom Brady, one of the clutchest quarterbacks to ever play the position, and they're going head-to-head. It's definitely going to be a great matchup to watch. and I look forward to seeing what the outcome of the game is going to be. But I do want you to know this. Tom Brady in the playoffs is a very different animal. I appreciate you shopping around at the mall today. This is the Maal Report, and I just want to let you know, the takes are hot and strong, but I never keep you too long. Signing out.